What, you turn it off, panicking and that. But I've never been into it. I've never been into cooking and that. At school and stuff, I didn't bother doing it.
Oh, every time Suzanne comes home, she must think, please be the house still there.
Yeah.
Please not let me hear a fire engine as I come round this corner. Oh God, she comes and goes, oh God, thank God. I bet she's always happy to see you when she gets home and you haven't burned the place down or introduced some howler monkeys or something. Unbelievable.
What I find Unity, who don't need instructions on how to prepare food.
Oh, they can do it, yeah, you show them once.
Yeah,
they do. Whatever you do, don't put sausages in the toaster, Johnny. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and they've learnt it.
They don't put sausages in the toaster.
Yeah. What do they put their fingers in? Yeah.
Are we doing Rockbusters answer?
It's what London's waiting for.
I'll tell you what, we'll play a song and do
Why not?
Rockbusters, yeah.
It's worth waiting for.
Have we still got Monkey News to come?
Yeah.
Oh. Roxy Music with the old Dylan classic Hard Rains on XFM 104.9. Mixing it up, just mixing it up, mixing and matching. We've got Neil Young, we've got a bit of Roxy Music, we don't care,
But then we're right bang up to date with some of the latest tracks from Feeder and the like, so...
Yeah, big time. But, it's what they're waiting for, it's the Rockbusters answers.
That's right.
Right.
Okay, give us the clue, give us the answer.
Right then, first one.
Hurry up, because we haven't got long for Monkey News.
Don't worry about it, don't worry about it. First one. There's a vehicle over there that's,
changed?
Selling kebabs.
Oh, it's changed, go on.
Initial D.
Yeah, what is it?
That was Donovan.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, okay.
Yeah. That
Good.
worked.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Second
That's a
one.
real clue.
Well, they got it. Like they always do, so they're always real clues. Second one. You're asked if you want that bit of the egg, right? You think about it. Then you decide against it.
I think I know this one. What was the initial again?
Y-O.
Is this, John Lennon's, wife, Yoko Ono?
Yeah, that's right.
I think that was her name, Yoko Ono, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Yoko No.
That was
Yoko No.
No, you've got it wrong. You're thinking about it. You asked if you want a bit of the egg.
Yeah.
You go, yolk. You think about it. Oh no.
Oh, so you say it twice, you stutter. So
No,
it's
no.
Yoke, oh no.
No, you didn't
No, her
wrong.
name's Yoko Ono, though.
Yeah, Yoko Ono. Listen to the clue again.
Okay, no.
Listen to the clue.
So what you say is, do you want this bit of the egg? You think, got the end of it now. Yolk, oh no. Yolk,
right.
oh no. Yolk, oh no. Yolk, oh, no. Oh, yolk. Yeah, go on, brilliant. Yeah, okay, yeah, Yoko, no, yeah, go on.
Works perfect.
Next, yeah.
And the last one was, I don't think this burger will catch on. That was, initial M.
Yeah.
McFly. Right? So, there's your three clues.
What's it won't catch on.
Well, who'd want to eat that? You know what I mean? It's like a Mac burger or whatever, Mac chicken, McFly. Don't want one, put it back, I'll have a chicken. Right? So who's got the three then?
Well done to Ian Shillham from Mansfield, who's got all those answers right amazingly. And he wins all those great prizes, including Ladder 49, starring Joaquin Phoenix and John Travolta, which I don't think anyone's ever seen.
There's 49 of them.
And he wins that, but he also goes forward, as you say, to the big draw, which will come up at the end of our little
to
run.
win the signed Homer saying "I like Carl 'cause he's stupid like me," and you can see Matt Groening drawing that to know it's real on rickygervais.com, and you can win that and a signed Nigel Tufnell poster.
Brilliant.
It's a Ricky and Steve classic on XFM, Sugar, If I Can't Change Your Mind.
Brilliant.
So listen, it's time, isn't it? We've only got a few minutes left, so you better play the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee that! Monkey News.
So Monkey News, if you've only just started listening to the show. Oh, you poor fool. Monkey News is where Carl reports for us all the latest monkey activity.
A headline or a word or someone he overheard in a pub and then totally embellishes it and makes it ridiculous and impossible. He believes it though. He believes every word he's saying. Let me say that before when you hear this, whatever it is, I haven't heard it, twaddle, remember, Carl totally believes it. Go on.
Right, so anyway, right, I think it's in LA this happened. Right.
I think. Why does he think?
So these people are in a restaurant having a lovely meal.
There's one of them short and hairy, but totally covers from top to bottom in a spacesuit, so he didn't know it was a monkey.
It's not one of the customers, one of the waiters?
So they're having a lovely dinner, probably one of the best sort of dinners they've had, right? So the waiter comes over, and it's like, you know, can we just say that I had a lovely meal and that?
Right, it's the chef.
Of course it is. Can we see the chef?
Yeah.
So can we just, you know, see the guy who cooked it? Of
course.
Yeah. Short fella, hairy.
So the waiter said, to be honest, the waiter said, look, he's busy, you know, he's got meals to cook and what have you. He hasn't really got time. He said, it'll only take a minute. He said, no, I prefer it, you know.
So this is a restaurant in LA that serves brilliant food.
I'll pass your message on and what have you, right? So
he sends for Monkey Pierre White.
So it's a bit odd. Anyway. So they go out. Right? They go out to the car and they notice the kitchen door's open.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course they do, because they're going to discover something that I don't know.
So
they're going to hang on, this just out of interest, this where did this chef train before we see him or reveal, you know, what he might look like or like to eat?
So anyway, so they pop their head in and think, we'll just nip in and go, you know, love fruit salad or whatever. So they stick their head in.
We better see the human chef.
You never guess what?
Go on.
Monkey stood on a chair, right, cooking veg. Right, so anyway, so they're like, what's going on here?
What do you mean? What do you mean he's cooking veg? What is he doing with it?
Well, he's stood on a chair by the cooker and he's chopping stuff.
Oh, he's chopping as well now. He's just isn't it? Yeah.
It's got a little, you know, he's got the bosses in there. They're like a bit shocked. So he's a bit panicking because he's got this monkey working for him. So they say to him, "What's going on here? We didn't know this is what's going on. You know, why have you got a monkey cooking stuff?" So he said, "Well,
incidentally, a monkey, I should point out, who probably doesn't need instructions from its girlfriend."
Forget it.
Foo Fighters, Best of You on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me, Steve Merchant, and Carl Pilkington. Alright? Carl's had a bad week, I'll say that straight away. He tries to rule out stress in his life, but he's had a bit too much stress this week, haven't you? One, a phone call from his mum, stressed him a little bit.
Right.
Something he said in the magazine about his auntie, came back to haunt him.
Auntie Nora?
Auntie Nora.
Is?
No. Okay, we won't name her, right? We'll just say it's the one who farted for 5 minutes, and as, he sort of saw a skirt when he was young, and I found it like a split tennis
So
ball.
it could be any of my aunties.
That coming up, and also a bloke in Times Online, Chris Campling, did a review of the show,
right,
and basically said that Carl Pilkington is a creation of Gervais and Merchant.
Well, if only that were the case.
He said he started off saying he liked the show, he was excited, said it was a good show. A lot of the
I'm already questioning his critical faculties.
Yeah, exactly. And basically said that we didn't contribute much, or seemingly didn't seem to contribute much, and we couldn't sort of like ad lib or anything. We just laughed at, particularly me, laughed at Carl Pilkington, who was coming up with some, you know, quite funny stuff. Right? But then he does a twist on it. He goes, but the thing is, we're the puppet masters. He's a created person. We've created the persona Carl Pilkington for our own amusement.
Right.
He bases this on simply that we talked about, what was it we talked about? The Chinese not aging well, and you heard him talk about that on my DVD. But clearly I say, Carl, remember when you were talking about that? It's a news, or remember in the week, and so he thinks it's all scripted now. Imagine if this show was scripted.
I'd be ashamed.
Yeah.
If this show was scripted, I would send back the BAFTAs for the actual shows we've written, and I would say...
I'm not having a go at Chris Campling. He's nice about our other work. He likes The Office, and he likes my stand-up and everything, and he likes the show, but he's saying, because we're not spontaneous, we scripted this and invented Carl. So he's like, you know, we've invented another Gareth.
If we had created Carl, I would not have squandered a character that good on this poxy radio station.
Absolutely. Also, does he know that we spend about 3 months on half an hour script? So how long does 2 hours of dribble? But the main thing is, as if this could be scripted, it's dreadful.
It's shocking.
Or maybe this is scripted.
Hang on, you've lost me now. Let me just check.
Maybe Chris Campling does not exist. Maybe I've made him up.
I don't know what to believe.
See, the name doesn't wash with me.
What was his name?
Chris Campling.
Sounds odd.
That's something that I made up, isn't it?
Campling's almost like a joke. It's almost like a gay name, isn't it? Or is it Campling?
So I think this is scripted.
Yeah.
I think I've probably made this whole link up, and Carl is a creation. Campling, that's not a real name. I made it up. I should have come up with something better. Yeah. Sorry. Down to the River by Bruce Springsteen on XFM 104.9. So, yeah, that little fella in the Times thought Carl was just a puppet. We created him. He's an actor. What's his actor's name? Brent Hogwell. We got him from a Spotlight. Brent Hogwell.
This stupid, dopey Mancunian accent, he just puts that on every week.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, he speaks rather like Hugh Grant.
Yeah, yeah.
And we just got this whole world around him. We set a whole... What do you think about that?
He had his head shaved.
Exactly, yeah.
So yeah, would he think that, you know, maybe if he's looked online and seen me head, and he's noticed how round it is and that, does he think it's sort of been, you know, morphed into that shape just for the show, just for 2 hours on a Saturday?
Yeah. You would spend 5 hours in prosthetic makeup like John Hurt in The Elephant Man.
Everything about him was made up.
Yeah.
We created him, we created... Oh, because I remember coming up with Auntie Nora.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You said, Rick, we need another character. I said, what about giving him an Auntie Nora?
Doesn't sound convincing, I said.
Yeah, and you said, what is it about? I said, well, I don't know, she farted for 5 minutes and she's got a fanny like a split tennis ball.
No one's gonna believe that.
Yeah. Oh, that brings us neatly... Well, let's put that to bed now. So, Chris Campling, honestly, we do not script this shambles of a show, and Carl Pilkington really is like this. If you want, you can meet him. I'd love to send Carl for a drink with Chris Campling. Can we do that? And then he'll eat his words. Chris, if you're listening, honestly, this isn't a stitch-up. As I say, I'm not having to go at you. It's a very well-written article. It's very, very fair.
You're just complimenting him on his grammar.
Yeah.
It's a very well-written article.
No, I'm saying we're not having to go, because it's not like he snagged us off. I would just love him to meet Carl Pilkington. People in the street come up to me and say, is Carl like that? And I so want them to meet him.
Yeah.
Or maybe he can send in, if he's online, he can send in 5 subjects for Carl to talk about that we couldn't possibly know about, just so he knows that we just really do throw things at Carl, and that drivel comes out. Imagine if it was scripted. But anyway, so Chris Campling, or anyone who knows Chris online, get him to email us, and with 5 subjects that Carl can talk about. That's a good idea, isn't it, Carl?
It is like, I'm the Elephant Man, the way I'm being treated now. Just sort of like...
I scripted that. I wrote that joke last night.
Are you sure?
Was it yours?
I don't know,
Carl enters and says, I'm like the Elephant Man.
Hang on, let me just check the credits on the script.
I'll tell you what though, Steve, I found out about the Elephant Man when I was talking to Ricky.
What?
You know, the only bit that was normal, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, no, it was in the film. You know that bit in the film, I was watching it one day, it was on, and I said, look, your favourite film's on. And it came to the bit where he was being exhibited, and he was naked behind the screen to all the doctors. Go on, what did you say? And there's a bit where he goes, and strangely, the only thing that is normal are his genitals. They're untouched by this disease. They are totally normal. Right, what did you say?
It's a bit annoying, isn't it? It's like the only bit that you'd want as an elephant.
The only bit you'd want that was
like an elephant. Yeah, no, I can see that.
He said, and he got the head. So other stressful things.
So anyway, what's the Auntie-Nora thing? Sorry, Auntie-X.
Auntie-X.
What did she, why is she upset?
Well, he mentioned her in Zoo. He did this thing for Zoo magazine, and he mentioned about when he looked up her dress, she had a...
by accident, remember?
I'm not suggesting you were going around looking up your elderly relatives' dresses in case they weren't wearing...
For people who've not heard Carl talk about this in the past, just explain quickly again what we're talking about.
Right.
He didn't want to talk about it at all.
When I was a kid, right, Auntie Nora used to come around, my auntie used to come around.
As if there's any ambiguity now. Yeah.
My auntie used to come around and stay, right? And I'm sat on the floor watching the telly, right? She's sat on the sofa with a caftan on. I turn round, right, and it was there.
It was looking back
at me, right? And we've mentioned this, and you know, a split tennis ball came to mind. That's what we talked about, right? So anyway, Zoo magazine, when they did the interview...
She's the one that used to put a valance on everything, isn't it?
Well, not everything, obviously. So anyway, so I've done this...
So you did an interview in Zoo?
Yeah, and like they said, you know, it was like, you know, do you plan stuff, and do you worry about stuff when, after you've done the show, you worried you've upset anyone? And, you know, I was saying, really, I forget people are listening. and you know, we're just having a chat with mates and that. I said, but now and again, I do worry, when I'm on my way home from the show and that, and I'm thinking about what we've talked about. And I was saying, you know, the Auntie Nora incident.
Watergate.
Yeah.
And anyway, so this was in there, right? And I was saying in the magazine, you know, but I think I got away with it. She doesn't listen to the show, but you know, I don't think she reads Zoo magazine, so
She's more of a nuts woman. Sure, yeah.
So anyway, so my mum called up the other week, right? And she goes, wish you wouldn't, you know, talk about Auntie Nora and that. And I was like, oh, so how do you know about that? She goes, well, one of your cousins have called us up and said they've read the article about it. So yeah, that's why we don't want to talk about it, really.
So he stitched you up.
So do you know what Auntie X has made of this? Do you know if she was upset or not?
Well, she doesn't know about it.
Because, I mean, maybe she's always thought it looked like a split tennis ball. Maybe you're just in sync, you know, because you're relatives and stuff. Maybe she knew instantly. Even if you hadn't named her, she'd have thought, hang on, I farted for 5 minutes once.
Yeah, that's not really ambiguous, is it? If you hear that, like, someone who farted for 5 minutes has got found like a split tennis ball, you're gonna go, I wonder if he means me. Yeah. You're gonna remember that.
Andy Jackie. It could be Andy Jackie.
Oh, God. And he got in trouble, you know, last week when he was going to the wedding?
Let's talk about it.
Okay. Yeah.
Bit of Cure?
I love it. In between days, XFM 104.9, today's too much we can't build. The Cure, In Between Days on XFM. So, Carl, you were going to a wedding last week. Was it last week or the week before?
Yeah, it was last Saturday, right?
Yeah. And he said, looking forward to it. He went, now it's going to be boring. Suzanne was listening, knows that the couple were taping the show, so she had to get in there before you, didn't she? She went up to him and said, look, when you whisk back to the show and he says it's going to be boring, he didn't mean you, he meant weddings in general. I love the fact she has to run around and clean up after him. It's great, isn't it? How was it?
Do you not like weddings? You're not a fan of them?
They're only good for the people involved, aren't they?
What are you talking about? You're getting free food, free booze, free music?
Yeah, but it's just all hanging about, and there's loads of people there you don't know.
Absolutely, I agree.
Do you know what I mean? You've got to make an effort.
Yeah.
And even the bit that was important, right, when they were getting married, right, there wasn't enough chairs, because it was, you know, all the family gets the chairs, don't they? So I was sort of stood at the back. Stood at the back of that watching, and I couldn't hear what was going on, because a woman was breastfeeding the baby.
Oh!
But how loud was this baby? Because they were you couldn't hear what was going on?
Yeah, so it was slurping and that, and she was like, I just thought, how hungry is it?
Could it not have waited? Because you've all got to wait for the buffet or whatever later on.
I know.
But also just in this.
Well, there was two, wasn't there? What did you? Why didn't you else?
The only thing that annoys me with weddings is the gift. Thing. Because, like, you buy these gifts, right? You spend a little bit of money, maybe. You know, I like to be a little bit lavish if I go to a wedding.
Oh.
Well, no, come on. You get a gift, right? You package it up.
Laugh.
And I don't know about you, Rick, but I like to see the response. When I give a gift to someone, I want to see the feedback from that. You know, this is very much. You know,
I want to see what it is that's Jane bought them on you know, and put my name to it. Yeah. Because sometimes I go, oh, thanks for the. I go, oh, no worries. Yeah. But you know, certainly, I mean, we've talked about it before, but certainly, you know, it's the amount of money spent and the amount of time given to the gift should be correlated by the amount of the response you get. Absolutely.
If I give a book token, a shrug is fine. But if I give, you know, a sizable, I want them to be showing it to friends. If it's a bar, I want them to show it to the barman.
You want to go, look what Steve Merchant got me. Yeah. He's the greatest man in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You go to a wedding, you turn up with a gift. You could have spent, you know, upwards of £15 on it. You turn up, you walk in, you say, "Excuse me, where's the bridegroom? I want to give him this gift." And some bloke, normally the brother-in-law, says, "Oh no,
the brother-in-law's mate."
Yeah, sorry, they're too busy to see you right now. Just stick the gift on this big table with all the other ones.
Yeah.
And they'll get back to you
in a week.
It may be 6 to 8 weeks after the honeymoon. They maybe write you a note. They won't thank you personally. They'll write you a note.
It'll be a general thank you. It's your name in different type.
Yeah, but it might have some vague reference to, you know, to what you did, but it won't really be personalised.
Yeah. The set of mugs, again, will be in different type. Exactly. Thank you, Steve Merchant, for your wonderful gift. We love mugs. Yeah, yours.
Exactly. And a photocopied signature.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, it's not right, is it? Oh dear.
And also, of course, as well, if there's a baby involved, you know, perhaps they had a kid out of wedlock, and that's why they're getting married. There's normally a little baby signature as well. Like, I hate that, like the baby signed it.